Hey, what's up guys, Aiden here. So today I'm going to bring you the patch notes for the latest UFC 4 patch. So we're going to jump straight in. I've tried to categorize everything nicely to make this video a bit smoother and try and get through, because it's quite a big patch list that we've got going on, so good job on that, EA. So let's start off with the fighter changes. So we have two new fighters added to the game. We've got Kattar and we have Pedro Munhoz. Those two I'll be displaying on the channel later, or you guys can just jump into the game if you've downloaded it already and have a look. So that's great. Good to see EA have actually followed on the requests that people were making early on. So regarding the fighter changes, we also have Jon Jones has been added to heavyweight. Omari Akhmedov has been added to middleweight. Frankie Edgar has been added to bantamweight. And Gustafsson has been added to heavyweight as well. So if you guys want to see Jon Jones against Ngannou with actual Jon Jones stats at heavyweight, then that's going to happen. So that's cool. Next up, this is a shorter one. We've got Creator Fighter. So for Creator Fighter, we've seen new items added to Creator Fighter, which include new hairstyles. I need to check these out myself, I haven't seen them yet. We've got new clothing items and emotes. So out of those, I'm actually curious, what kind of clothing items? Are they adding more realistic ones? MMA, Muay Thai kind of things? I'm excited if that's the case. And the hairstyles, as far as I know, is kind of shorter hairstyles. They've got a few more variations, like the Tyron Woodley hairstyle is going to be available, those sort of things. So yeah, we'll see what we can do with those. So moving on from that, we're going on to the striking changes. So for striking, we have now introduced a stamina drain on head strikes, which should be interesting. So if you're busting a guy up and you're punching him a lot to the head, then he's going to lose a bit of stamina. So I'll be interested to see how that works out. Next up, we have move level damage is buffed by 10%. Okay, that's an interesting one. I wonder how that stacks. Might make things a bit more interesting for guys who have level 5 overhands. For example, Dan Henderson, someone like that is actually going to be dangerous with that. Is he going to be dangerous with that rear overhand? Maybe he is. We'll see. That's exciting. Simplified controls have been introduced. As far as I know, this is for custom fight now, and it means that you only have to press a button and the computer decides. This is for beginners, like the computer will decide what strike to throw. So it's just something to make it more accessible for newcomers. Slip counters have been tuned. I don't have more information on that, but I do want to know what's happened there, because slip counters have, I think it's to do with the empty slips. They're going to have more damage on them. As far as I know, it's something like that. But I'm really curious, because I'm someone who uses head movement a lot, and you know, I've been asking for some changes, man, some improvements, because head movement is not where it needs to be yet. So let's see how that goes. Next up, we've got body side kick and spin side kick now target opponent's head if they're slipping forward. Okay, cool. So body side kick, if you're leaned down, then you eat it to the face. Same with the spin and side kick. Alright, cool. Kind of like Uriah Hall, Gegard Mousasi kind of thing, where Gegard got knocked out as Uriah Hall was going for a body kick, jumping body kick, and Gegard ducked into it. Next up, removed option to block while leaning back. Okay, that's an interesting one. Cool, we'll see what differences that makes. Removed evasion stamina penalty from attacks evaded by blocking sways. I don't quite know what that one means. We'll have to see what that's about. Next up, we'll go into clinch. So for clinch, we have tuned striking during clinch escapes. Okay, that's interesting. We'll have to see again. They haven't specified. Tuned clinch entry and escape stamina. Okay, so they've done some improvements there. Fixed issue where consecutive knees from Muay Thai clinch would prevent transition to cage clinch. Fixed an issue with players escaping takedowns immediately in certain back clinch scenarios. Fixed issue with bicep control spam cancelling opponent's knees. I was doing this the other night actually. I was like, what's going on? The guy's trying to hit me, he can't hit me. And I guess it's because I was doing that. We've got two more fixes for the clinch. Fixed instances of improper defenses being successful against clinch takedowns. Fixed instances of improper defenses being successful against takedown turns. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but cool. Moving on from that, let's have a look at grappling changes. So spear takedowns can be denied now. That's great, because those just you know, they come straight into side control. Guy gets you straight into side control. It was ridiculous. So that's good. Persistent drive takedowns. I don't know what that means. We'll have to see that one. DAS from backside. Okay, so they've added a new submission, like the DAS, and they've added it to the backside position. Dynamic denial windows on flying subs. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but cool. Tune the takedown finish and denial stamina costs. Cool. Chin submissions, they haven't specified, but we'll see if they made some improvements there, as people were complaining about the different, well, there's different issues about submissions between, there's two versions, isn't there? There's the circle ones and the joint ones, and both had their problems, so let's see what they've done with that. Fixed issue where stacked guard, heel hook and knee bar were on the same input, only allowing one to execute. Okay, so you Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys, now you can do both a heel hook and a knee bar, and apparently you couldn't do it before. It's something I didn't notice, to be honest. I'm an arm bar guy. I love it. Like if I end up on the bottom, guy knocks me down or something, he comes into guard, thinks he's gonna do something, put him down into my guard and go for an arm bar, and usually I can pull it off. Next up, fixed issue with rolls being swapped after cage get up from sprawl. Yeah, that one is a weird one. You guys might have seen it. You start floating around in the middle of the octagon, so that's good to see. Fixed an issue where players could instantly get up from tower takedowns. Cool, that's good. Fixed issue of undue priority given to some ground transitions. Alright, cool, so those are the grappling changes. Now let's have a look at the ground and pound. Slightly increased damage from knee on belly, so that's the knee on belly position, which is, I think, from side control you can get there. Slightly increased permanent damage caused by ground and pound. Okay, that's interesting. At the moment, ground and pound, they nerfed it from what it was at the start, but I guess they're going to add a bit more to it now, and that's perhaps one of the changes. Reduced duration of the half guard posture state. Okay, that's cool, that's interesting. Actually, to be honest, you know, posturing, you should be able to choose it as the fighter, whether you want to posture down or not. That shouldn't be a mini game, but we'll get into that another time. We're trying to stick to the positives. Increase the effective damage attributes. Okay, I don't know what that means. Tune stamina cost of ground and pound strikes. Roger that. Fixed issue where ground and pound hooks appear to land through successful posts. Yeah, I've seen that happen, and I've actually been able to do that myself against other people, so that's good to hear. Fixed an issue with potential accidental sways inputs after posting. Fixed an issue where ground strikes were not causing visual damage to fighters. Yes, anything to do with visual damage, I love it. More bruises, more bust ups, more blood, more cuts. Make it happen. That's what I like to hear. Fixed issue with sways during ground and pound. Okay, so they've done a good focus on ground and pound. Backside dominant punches interrupted sub transitions. They are now disabled during the transition. Yep, okay, cool. So I think that's when someone is transitioning on the bottom, they could get interrupted by the punches and you can't anymore. So moving on from that, let's have a look at general changes. So quick fight. This is, I'm talking about when you can do with your friends. They've added venue select to invite a friend. That's great for the guys who I play on the stream, because now we can actually, you know, if I'm going to use Van Damme and they're going to use Tong Po, we can actually use the Kumite Arena, or if, you know, we want to do Kimbo Slice against Dada 5000, we can use Kimbo's backyard. So that's cool, like to see that. I mean, hopefully we can have the custom sliders one day as well, EA, hopefully. Updated main menu and created a new category, Learn, which includes practice, tutorials, training manual. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. It's good to hear. People are just going to get better online now. Added simplified control options to custom fight now settings. Okay, cool. And yeah, that's that simplified control we talked about earlier. So next up, gameplay updates. Ability to deny spear takedowns, we've done that one. Persistent drive added to a few positions. Dask to backside, we've gone through that. Transition to side control from backside postured up. Okay, cool. Get up transition to backside postured up. Dynamic, yeah, got that. Added additional information to practice mode HUD. Cool. I've gone through most of the gameplay updates in the earlier bits of this video. Next up, miscellaneous updates. So updated, this is a big one. OWC fighter select to hide opponent's name and division. So a lot of people apparently on ranked who around division 15 to division 20 have been ducking each other. So now they can't do that anymore, because you don't know who you're going up against. You don't know what division they're going to be in. So that's an interesting one. Less people going to be ducking, I guess. One thing I would like to see though is level 20, level 15 division players shouldn't be fighting anyone below division, I don't know, 10 or division 12 or division 13, because it's not fair on the guys at the bottom. And it's boring for the guys at the top. I mean, apart from guys who just like to stomp noobs, not noobs, I mean newcomers. Updated Kobe Garbrandt's Kevin Lee's tattoos. Okay, it's another miscellaneous one. Fixed various UI issues. Cool. Fixed issues with progression for some of the challenges. Cool. Disabled ground defense arrows on legendary difficulty. Stamina HUD has been updated visually. Okay, that's good, because I wanted to see some changes to the stamina HUD. I think it takes up too much of the screen, to be honest. Hopefully it's going to be something a bit more sleek, especially with the camera angle that I like to use. Fix general stability issues. Okay, cool guys, so that is a wrap for the patches for the latest UFC patch that's coming out. Should have come out today. I've just prepared this video 1 day in advance. So yeah, let's see how it goes, man. Let's see how it goes. And yeah, we got Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa this weekend. I'm looking forward to that one. I got Izzy for that fight. I don't know what you guys think, but let's talk about it on the channel. Let's see what happens. So I'm Aiden. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Are you guys happy with the new changes? Do you think EA should do more? Do you think they've done a good job so far? What would you like to see in future patches? Drop it in the comments below. I'm Aiden, and I'm out of here.